Welcome to a special edition of JC Stocks and Markets podcast for March 6, 2026. I'm JC. I've been investing in the stock market for 40 plus years. Every other week I publish a new idea on YouTube regarding new stocks or ETFs that I research. My intentions with the podcast are to share my thoughts and opinions on some stock and ETF picks with an emphasis on dividend-paying securities. I'm only trying to help us both make a buck. I'm not doing this for money from anyone. This is the 100th episode of JC Stocks and Markets podcast. I'm very proud to have made it this long. I don't have a big following, but the people that follow, I'm very thankful for. I'm not trying to make money. I just want to help people and give them ideas as far as stock picks and maybe dividend-paying stock picks. That's really the key from my standpoint in my portfolio. Anyway, what I want to do in this episode is take the listing of everything that I've recommended and just see how we've done. Anyway, let's dive right in. Well, just like in the typical low-budget way of my doing when I put graphics together for JC Stocks and Markets podcast, what I've done is I've taken a spreadsheet and kind of just identified all the stocks that I've recommended and sorted them based on approximate annual return. And how I identify this, you'll see from the first sheet here, we've got the top 5 are stocks that no longer are listed. They're either merged or delisted off the market. So I didn't include those in my returns. But as you can see, we'll start with Rio Tinto Group, which is the highest return. I've taken, basically what I did was the columns are the alpha since the podcast airing, dividends, added those in, and a total alpha and dividends, and then I took the price at the podcast airing and more or less divided that up into the amount of time that it's been since I had the podcast for this thing, and for each one. So the Rio Tinto Group is the highest return, about 57%. And as you go down, you can see the items in yellow are stocks or ETFs that I do have positions in. The ones in red are ones that I used to have positions in that I've closed. Anyway, you can see from here, you go anywhere from Rio Tinto all the way down to Enterprise Products Partners, and those are all real high returns at this point. But I've got them all listed, and let's go through them all. Again, as I said, we've gone high to low, so sheet 2 of my reporting starts with Universal Corporation, about an 18.45% annual return since it's been aired, all the way down to AIPI, which is 5.4%. Another thing I want to tell you, these returns were all calculated about 4 weeks ago prior to this whole Iran fiasco, so these are much higher, somewhat higher than the 5% haircut we've basically taken in the markets since President Trump has started the attack on Iran. So it's a little bit not skewed, but at least it's older information, just for that disclaimer. The third and last sheet, which I think is most important, here's the losers. Realty Income. They basically broke even all the way down to Innovative Industrial Properties. Basically took a 43% haircut even with the dividends. So I've had some winners, I've had some losers, but you can see the aggregate long-term average annual return is 13.54%, which isn't too bad. I can't say it's perfect. The last piece of this spreadsheet is the most recent. I didn't include the stocks that I've featured the past 6 months or so because there's no really long-term record on these things from when I broadcast them. So you can see what's happened here from PDP, and I own a number of these ones on here. I've kind of moved some of my portfolio around here. But anyway, you can see most of them are in the black, some of them are in the red. With that, hope you get a little something out of the podcast. 100 episodes, hard to believe, but I'm really proud of it. Not like that I'm a professional or am trying to do anything really professional. I'm just trying to give ideas, and I hope that everyone out there gets a little something out of each broadcast, even if they don't, like the stock, or maybe I can jog your ideas for other sorts of investment ideas or other sectors that you can invest in. Anyway, I appreciate it. The intro and outro song, as always, is a song that I wrote, performed by a band that I used to play in, Just One Goat. I love playing in the band. It's a song called She's the One. It has special meaning to me. And I just hope you're doing okay with your investing. I hope you're making it through this temporary downturn. And I do think it's temporary until the fighting slows down in Iran, and they can open up that Straits of Hormuz to lower oil prices. I think it's temporary. Just hang in there, everyone. It's all going to be okay. JC Stocks and Markets Podcast, 100th episode in the can. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you again. Bye now.
I know I'm not that beautiful, but I know my way back home. A loving, purely physical, but I never have to roam. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. Everything is magical, even when she's not around. No, it's not that radical, I just know what I have found. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. She's making my life so much stronger. God, let me stay just a little bit longer. She's the one. Yeah, she's the one. Yeah. Wasted all this time.